Hello, third graders. Welcome back to Opinion Writing with Miss Nazaripour. I hope you're hungry because we're going to dive into this yummy cheeseburger. So, today we're going to concentrate on just a part of this cheeseburger, though. We're going to come back to the introduction where we state our opinion and the conclusion next week. But for right now, we're going to get into the meat, cheese, and potatoes. We're going to talk about reasons. So if you take a look at this essay, we read this one last week. I want us to concentrate specifically this week on looking at the different reasons in this text. So that means in the second paragraph, we're going to concentrate on reason 1. Going to call this R1. That means reason 1. Let's reread this. Remember, this is why you should get a dog. Dogs are the best because they are loyal. That means dogs love the people who take care of them. Dogs want to make them happy. In fact, they will even protect them. For example, I read about a brave dog that saved its owner from a terrible fire. Another dog saved a boy from drowning. A cat or a rat or a bird couldn't do those things. Okay, so right away, the author of this essay stated their first reason, and I'm going to go ahead and underline that. Their first reason that everyone should get a dog is dogs are the best because they are loyal. So, just that one sentence is their reason. But do you see all of this that they've written? The rest of all of this are details as to why they think dogs are loyal. That means dogs love people who care about them. Dogs want to make them happy. In fact, they even protect them. So one way the author can tell that dogs are loyal is they protect their owners. For example, I read about a brave dog that saved its owner from a terrible fire. That is an example of dogs being loyal. Another dog saved a boy from drowning. That's a second example of dogs being loyal. So the author didn't just say, dogs are loyal, that's why you should get one. No, the author added lots of detail. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one that we read last week called Computers in Our Classroom. And let's read this first paragraph, this first reason together, which is in the second paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and call that reason 1. And let's see what the author here did to support their opinion. Students need computers so we can get on the internet. The internet is very good for learning. There are many great websites for students. We can see videos of animals we're studying in science class. We can read interviews with famous authors. We can chat online with students in other parts of the country. So the reason that this author thinks that kids need computers in the classroom, he went ahead and put it right in this first sentence, just like the other author. Students need computers so we can get on the internet. Now let's see if he supports that at all with any facts. So he says right away, it's good for learning. So that's one reason students need the internet. There are great websites for students. They can see videos of animals that they're studying and read interviews with famous authors. We can chat online with students in other parts of the country. So this author had a lot of supporting details to tell us why they think that kids need computers in the classroom. All right. Okay, third graders, now that I see how the expert opinion writers have done it, I'm going to try it myself. So I've gotten myself this paragraph writing graphic organizer. This is something that's going to help me write a paragraph about my first reason and make sure I'm adding all the things I need to add. At the end, I'll teach you how to make one of these on your own if you want to. So the first thing I'm going to write is my introduction. And the introduction to an opinion essay is my opinion's first reason. So you don't need to write that at home. I'm just putting that there to help you understand what I'm doing. So the first reason I think that Thank You, Mr. Fokker is the best book ever is because I think it can motivate the reader to keep working hard on their goals. And remember, a goal is something that we want to achieve. Again, the first reason that I think that Thank You, Mr. Fokker is the best book ever is that it can motivate the reader to keep working hard on their goals. Remember that Trisha had a goal of learning how to read, and it was so hard for her. She kept failing, really, but she kept working. So now I'm going to put a detail. One detail from the book that supports this reason that Thank You, Mr. Fokker can really help motivate us. And I'm going to say it's about Trisha. And remember, the character Trisha, do you remember who she was? She was based on the author, Patricia Polacco, who also had a hard time learning to read. It's about Trisha, who worked hard to learn to read until she could. So that's definitely motivating. Somebody who works hard at a goal and finally achieves the goal. The second detail that I'm going to use that helps me know that this book is very motivating, and that's why my opinion is everyone should read it, is that Trisha never gave up on her goal even when she was being bullied. And the third reason that I think everyone should read this book because, the first reason is that I think everyone should read this book because it's motivating. The third detail that proves that it's motivating is that everyone is learning something so we can all relate. In other words, we can make a text-to-self connection. So it's motivating because Trisha worked really hard until she earned her goal. Trisha worked hard even though she was being bullied. And because we're all learning something, we can all relate to Trisha's story. All right, third graders, I have now written my first reason and 3 details to support the reason that I think Thank You, Mr. Fokker is the best book ever. Now I just need a concluding sentence. And a concluding sentence just ties up the action in that paragraph so that we can go to the next reason. So I'm just going to say, Thank You, Mr. Fokker sure motivates me towards my goal. Okay. Now, guys, I have a full paragraph. I have a reason, 3 details, and a concluding sentence. That's 1, 4, 5 sentences, and that makes my paragraph. Now what I can do is I can take everything I've written here and I can write it here for my first reason, and that can be the second paragraph of my essay when I write this later on. Okay, third graders, now if you want to make your own graphic organizer like the one I just did in your journal, I can show you how to do that. All you have to do is come here and label it paragraph writing. And this can help you to make sure you are writing full paragraphs, 4 to 5 sentences long at least. So over here, I'm going to skip a couple lines, and then over here, remember, before the red line where I know I'm going to start my writing, I'm going to put intro plus reason 1. And this is one sentence. So I'm going to skip, I'll skip 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and come down to the next line, and I'm going to put detail 1. And I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip this line, put detail 2. Then skip down 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come down here, detail 3. Do the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, come down here, write conclusion. So one thing you can do today is if you are struggling on writing a 4 to 5 sentence paragraph all about the same reason, you can make this graphic organizer and then fill it in, just like I did here. When you're all done, you can add it to the graphic organizer you made yesterday, and that can be your first reason, your second paragraph. Now it's your turn. Here's what you can do today. You can finish an opinion essay you already started, write a new opinion essay, or revise and edit an opinion essay you think is complete. Remember that paragraphs are generally 4 to 5 sentences long, and that when you're writing, you're going to hold your audience's or your reader's attention if you give them more detail. If you don't give enough detail, we're not going to be very interested. Good luck today writing. Be sure to text a picture of whatever you get done today to your teacher or email it. We can't wait to hear your great thinking. Take care. Talk soon.